We're looking at a older place today. Typical, brick along the front. Anyways, they almost decided against an inspection. Said that didn't look too bad. Well, I was looking around, and of course I didn't make that hole, but they were wondering why somebody made the hole. I discovered that a whole bunch of wires had been cut and vandalized in the attic. There were some stains here, kind of along the window sills. They're dry now, but we haven't had any rain for a while. The typical retrofit windows, they don't always apply sealer where they should. This shower, kind of in that corner where you can see some caulking, about up that high, I found elevated moisture and kind of loose tiles in all these walls. The shower will need to be gutted and ripped out of here. Now, something else that's interesting, I'm guessing from the looks of this, if hopefully you can see with this light, the refrigerant lines have been cut. A little bit too much light here, but right in there you can kind of see they normally would go up into this area here, and they probably theft. This is an older house, but this system is a little bit newer, an induced fan type furnace, and they were probably going to take the whole thing. And what else they took or did, hard to know right now. The other thing, some kind of moisture concerns or some kind of adverse soils underneath here has really just kind of destroyed the concrete in here. And that's something else too to sort of touch on if you're a new inspector or you're shopping for a home. I get asked sometimes, what's the disadvantage of installing, brick right on top of stucco? Well, there's the end result right there. You can look, because moisture's gotten trapped and just sat between the stucco paper and behind the brick and stucco, it's just completely broken down those materials. Now, something else that somebody maybe a little more experienced would notice, but I'm not mentioning right away. Let you guess for a minute what I'm looking at here. Well, actually, there's a couple things here. Whoops. A couple things I'm looking at here. Now, what would that be? What would Tim be looking at here? Well, anyways, that's bolted in this corner. This is shot pin. There's no shear over the openings to the left and right of the door. What can happen is over time, especially in an older house, if I were to measure this, we might find a little bit of rack in the framing. These openings, when they're pretty much just the same width as the door itself, and the openings to the left and right of the beam are not sheared, usually there's some deforming going on in the openings. It's a good idea to spend a few dollars and shear the stud bays to the left and right of garage door opening, as well as on an older house like this, maybe adding a bolt to the plate would be a good idea as well. There's probably some aspect of the soils or something, or moisture, or any combination thereof that has really just done a number on this concrete. It's really something. It's hard to tell on this camera, but it's an inch deep in spots. Might have started off as roots as well. See that a lot too. And of course, for home buyers or newer inspectors kind of watching stuff on YouTube, this is a masonry fireplace. There were enough things between my inspection on the roof, as well as, maybe you can see in the video here, there are some cracks going right up through the fireplace. On the interior and exterior, there's probably some expansive soils underneath the fireplace, or just that there was mortar missing and exposed to heat for a long time kind of degraded the fire brick in here. Anyways, I can probably have some of that opened up and tucked and pointed again, but that would be up to, once again, whoever's making the repairs. It wouldn't be me. So what was left in here is kind of a quick summary. Was because of the electrical panel, we didn't have that, but it's a Zinsco electrical panel, and some cut wires. We ended up with that one, that one, that one, 3 outlets in the living room, all of the bedroom outlets. None of those work. The ceiling fans and lights don't work. Something else too that I'll mention from time to time, and you don't see it very much anymore, are window bars. And here's the operator. Right? Problem is, if somebody needs to get you out in a hurry, they probably can't do that. But anyways, and this was a house that they thought was relatively okay, and just about passed up on getting it looked at. Probably a new electrical panel. The original galvanized plumbing's shot. There's some kind of issue with the slab going on. 2/3 or 3/4 of all the outlets in the house don't work. And, oh yeah, by the way, it needs a new roof. Anyways, until the next time.